I am so happy to finally have this Competent Communicator Award. Oh, sure, it's just a piece of paper, but you could say the same thing about the Declaration of Independence. No, this piece of paper is very important. It's important to me. It's important to Toastmasters International. And it's important to you, Toastmasters and honored guests. I'll talk about why in just a moment. But first, I would like to talk about my journey as a Toastmaster and my mentor. It all began last October. I went out to get some sunshine. I ended up here at the Greenwich Western Civic Center. I found a flyer for Toastmasters. I spoke to the receptionist. She gave me a piece of paper. I went home, I looked at it, and I said right out loud, "Peter Helmer, I know him." I called him up, asked him what to do. I came, I joined. I asked him to be my mentor. He answered me with one word. Peter has a talent for saying what needs to be said in as few words as possible. I gave my Toastmaster speech. He said, "You're a natural." And those 3 words have been wind in my sails ever since. We had a conversation. He said, "You digress." A little voice in my head said, "This skill needs improvement." Then he said to the whole group, "Dottie is on the fast track." And those 6 words have been the story of my journey as a Toastmaster. Let me explain why. Imagine, if you will, an old-fashioned politician campaigning on a railroad, starting in Connecticut and going all the way to California. At each stop, he gives a speech. Each speech builds on the one before. In Greenwich, he gives his icebreaker speech. By New York, his speeches are well organized. In Pennsylvania, he gets to the point. His purpose is clear. In Ohio, he's using metaphors and similes in the way he speaks, how he says it. By Ohio, he's using body language. In Chicago, there's a celebration because that's the halfway mark. But there's more. There's vocal variety, research, visual effects. By Arizona, his speeches persuade and the audience sways with him. When he gets to California, he gives an inspirational speech at Toastmasters International. It feels like winning a race, and the camaraderie of his fellow travelers warms the heart, because it has been their support and their smiles which have been wind in his sails, have propelled him all the way. That's how I feel today. And that's why this piece of paper is important to me. But why is it important to Toastmasters International? Well, since 1924, this award has gone to thousands of people like me So I am making their dream come true by making the world one part better, one person at a time. And that's why it's important to International. But why is it important to you? Well, if I can do it, you can do it. Looking back, this piece of paper is a souvenir of a wonderful journey. But there's more. So looking ahead, this piece of paper is a ticket. A ticket for me and a ticket for you. We're on the Toastmasters track.